That's a massive crab.
That is huge.
Look at that. Put the scale to that thing.
Dad, you want a crab right there? That is a
Oh my
god. Oh, way good. That's awesome. Hi guys, welcome back to part 2 of our crabbing adventure. Today is the cooking part of the adventure. As you guys will see or have already seen, we cracked crab for an hour and a half. We all switched out. There was like 4 of us cooking, or not cooking, 4 of us cracking the crab, so it took a while, but I'll show you in a second how much we cracked. Okay, so today we are making seafood pan roast. We've made this before and it was super good. Everybody liked it. We actually had some people over and they tried it, loved it. So we're gonna recreate that for you guys, and I will leave the recipe down below so you can follow. Mom is gonna be in charge of making the regular portion of the pan roast, so it won't be spicy, and then Trevor's gonna take on the spicy portion, and that's what we did last time. So depending on what you guys like, spicy or non-spicy, is who you should follow, but follow the recipe. Anything else? Did I miss anything?
I don't think so. I think it's ready to get into the ingredients.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna take you through the ingredients. Mom already prepped a lot of this stuff, so it's ready to be thrown in. Oh, before I go into the ingredients, I will say that we're timesing this recipe by 2. So Mom's making a whole recipe on her own, and then Trevor's making a whole recipe on his own. So this is times 2 the ingredients.
That's how good it is.
Yes. So we've got bell peppers, orange, celery, onion. We have some sherry cooking wine, and then cayenne pepper, paprika, red pepper, Cajun seafood. We got this from Oregon Oyster Farm. It's over in Newport. They have super good oysters there. Then we've got some Old Bay, some classic Old Bay, some brandy. We've got tomato paste, and then we've got 2 of these peeled tomatoes, and the recipe says you have to specifically use the certified San Marizziano certified. It's important, I guess, so that's what we're doing. We've got some Frank's Red Hot, some bay leaves, some butter, some olive oil. We've got garlic, chicken bouillon, honey, cornstarch, heavy whipping cream. You can use heavy whipping cream or half and half. We're using heavy whipping cream, but we have half and half on the back burner in case we run out. We have salt and pepper, of course, and then the W sauce. So how do you say it, Trevor?
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
W sauce.
W sauce, okay. And then last but not least, the main ingredients, we've got 2 platefuls of crab. Legs. No, not the bodies. So if you want to pause right now, go down below and guess how much crab this is. And I'm going to tell you in 3, 2, 1. This is 24 crab legs. This does not include the bodies. We left those off to the side. But this is prime meat. So 24 crabs. And then we have shrimp. These are super important ingredients, you guys. Do not forget these things. And my dad mentioned we should try adding salmon in there, but we were scared it was gonna throw off the ratios and the taste, so we omitted that. It doesn't say that in the recipe, of course, but what were some other things we were gonna add in there?
Maybe some scallops, lobster. They do that in Vegas. That's really good.
They said clams and mussels if you wanted to, but
yeah. So this is what we're doing today, and I'm excited to get into this. We're gonna have some rice. We did forget to put that out here. We're gonna have some rice, put it over some rice. You can add some dinner rolls. They do that. So this is inspired by a Vegas, we go to, what's it called? The Oyster Bar. We go to the Oyster Bar and they have pan roast there, which is this, and this is the closest we get to their recipe.
So you saw all the ingredients. Now what we're gonna do is go ahead and add well, not everything, but some of the ingredients in the food processor blend it until it's smooth, and then set it aside. So what we're gonna go ahead and add is the whole can of the peeled San Marzino.
Oh, that's smart.
There we go. We're gonna go ahead and add a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. There we go. Tablespoon of honey. 1 to 2 tablespoons of cornstarch.
I like your measuring device. It's literally a spoon.
I thought I would use it so I can go ahead and use this other spoon to scoop out the rest of the honey, honestly. Now we're gonna go ahead and add the Frank's hot sauce. 2 teaspoons, like it said earlier. Perfect. And now it says to go ahead and add a 1/2 cup of either half and half or heavy whipping cream. However, the last time we made it, we found out that we kind of like it a little bit richer. And so we went ahead and got heavy whipping cream. And instead of a 1/2 cup, I'm gonna go ahead and add a whole cup. I'm gonna try and save a little bit for Trevor. I'm just kidding, I'll save him half. So the only difference between Trevor and I is that I'm gonna go ahead and stop right there on the ingredients, but Trevor likes to add a little bit of curry powder and a little bit of extra spices to his to make it a little bit spicier. But for me, this is about as spicy as I want to get, so that's what we're gonna go ahead and do.
All right, I've added everything that Jamie did, except for here's the curry powder. 1 teaspoon. All right, so we just added in the onion. All right, so we got the onions going for about a minute. Now we're gonna add in the celery and the bell peppers. All right, next step is we're gonna add some garlic. What was it, about a spoonful?
Yeah.
So a spoonful of garlic. We're over here at our vegetables. They've been cooking for 10 minutes on medium. We turned it down because it was past the 10 minutes. So we're gonna crank it up to, it says medium high. And then it says to do the butter first. So it says 2 tablespoons, but since we like our butter and our fat, you know, that seems to be the theme of the day. We're gonna do a 1/2 stick, so it's 4 tablespoons. So we're doubling it. So I'll put mine in. Jamie already put hers in. Let that melt down a bit. And then we'll add in our spices and then our shrimp as well. It does call for all the seafood, but since we already cooked the crab, we're just gonna do the shrimp. Sarah asked me off camera if I was a little nervous about adding all that seasoning in there. But I think it makes a lot, so I think it'll be okay. We'll taste it at the end. If it's too hot, we can always tamer it down, or we can always add more.
How long do you cook the shrimp for?
It says for 2 minutes, and it says also to go ahead and make sure that the seasoning's well coated over the shrimp. So.
Is mine looking darker?
Not really.
Well, that's good. Oh.
Maybe a little bit. I seriously think they look the same.
I think it's definitely well coated.
All right, we're leaving these for 2 minutes.
I think it looks a little darker.
You think so?
Yeah.
Can you guys tell on camera? I don't think so.
All right, so they've been going for about 4 minutes, which is a couple minutes past what it called for. They look done to me, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull them. It says to pull them off to the side, and then we'll do our broth.
What's left?
They say just the juices, so I'm trying to do
So
that.
you're trying to take the vegetables out too?
That's what it says.
Okay.
I don't have any juices left.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. All right, so it calls for half a cup of this brandy. Is this just regular brandy or cooking?
Cooking brandy.
Cooking brandy.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll do half a cup of this.
What do you have
And
the
then-
temperature of the pot at?
So I have it at low just until we get everything, but it wants it to be at a boil. So once I get everything in, I'll turn it up to medium high. So I'm gonna put this in. There we go. So this one calls for 3/4 of a cup. What is this again? Sherry cooking wine. But last time we did this, we used a lot, so we're gonna do half a cup.
And then you're gonna go ahead and add either the vegetable broth or fish broth.
I messed that part up. In the ingredients, I told you guys chicken bouillon. It was vegetable bouillon.
And then go ahead and add the 2 bay leaves.
Alright, so we added in the paste. Now we're gonna add in, what's this called? The base?
The tomato base mixture.
Yeah, we made earlier. Look at that stuff. Creamy goodness. Wow, look at that color.
Wow, look at the thickness.
Yeah, it's pretty thick.
Mom's adding all her goodies back in there and then bringing it to a boil. And then I'm gonna let it sit for 23 minutes, like Trevor said.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and add the crab. Without splashing the camera.
Alright, I remember from last time it needed some salt and pepper, so I'm just gonna do that right now. Alright, so I just tried it and I don't think it's spicy enough. So I forgot to mention the Frank's Red Hot, I did 3 teaspoons instead of 2. It's 2, right, that you did?
Yes.
Yeah, so I did 3. So I'm gonna add a little bit of extra of everything just to get a little bit spicier. So, I'm just eyeing it here. A few dashes there. Hopefully you can see that. Old Bay, it's not really spicy, but it's got a good flavor. A little bit there. Cajun seasoning. There we go. Cayenne pepper, this is going to be more of the spice. A few good taps there. And then the red pepper, that's what we want here. A little bit heavier on this one. Alright, I'll stir it up and then let it simmer for a little bit.
Alright.
We're taste testing. Make sure it's good before we serve it.
Oh my gosh, don't burn your mouth.
What do you think? Is it creamy
Mine's
enough?
got some heat to it though.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
But you think it's creamy
Although
enough?
I'm a wimp, so.
Would you say that's a 1 or a 2 or?
I'd say, yeah, close to that. It's got good flavor, that's for sure, but it doesn't ruin it.
I don't know, it's just missing something. It's not really that spicy, but it's just missing something.
Last time when you guys said it was missing something, it
Just
needed
cream.
the cream.
Maybe add some more. It's just not right. It's not.
Something's
not there
off.
yet. It's not doing it for me.
Okay, add some cream.
Here, you try it. Tell me what you think.
Here, then take
It's not
the camera.
spicy, so.
Give myself a spoon.
Jeez, was that spicy or
No.
nostrils are running?
No, I just.
You're tearing up, Jamie.
Yeah.
All right, Sarah.
I don't like seafood very much.
Well, it's just the
so,
base.
You know, not grabbing any crab or shrimp in here. It's a little bit spicy. I would say it's like a 4.
But it's not. It's missing something, huh? It's
yeah,
not very.
it's not very. It doesn't taste very thick or like rich.
Yeah, rich.
So
I
maybe
think it's the
add
cream.
some more cream to it.
Do we have any more heavy whipping cream or just half and half?
Just half and half.
So we're gonna add some half and half, maybe a little bit of salt to bring out some more flavor.
I want
and
to try Mom's.
She's standing right behind you.
Ugh. Mom's tastes thicker.
Really?
Yeah, it's not as spicy, but hers is definitely thicker.
That's bizarre.
That you should try that because it's definitely thicker.
We're running out of spoons here. All right, so we added the extra half and half. Probably, what do you think? A cup extra?
Yeah, probably a
At
cup.
least, yeah, a cup. So I'll give it a shot now. It's got great color. Take a
Yeah,
look
it
at
really
that.
does.
Really lightened up. I think it's looking better now. It's way better. I think if it was a little bit thicker, but yeah, flavor much better. Put that over some rice. Yum. All right, the rice is done. So I noticed that it tastes better when you do one bowl of rice and then one bowl of soup. Then you take a scoop and then you take a scoop of rice. I don't know. I think it tastes a lot better. So that's what I'm gonna do.
What's the spice level?
3. It's not very
3.
spicy. You can always add extra.
All right, guys, that brings us to the end of today's video, part 2. Like I said earlier, if you haven't watched part 1, us crabbing and catching these crabs, go and watch that. I've linked it in the description, and then I'll put it up here again for you guys to click on that. Anyways, you guys, thank you for subscribing, liking this video, and we'll see you in the comments.